Last week on SuperDnD, adventures over yonder. Dunhill shreds Dahill in effort to raise spirits after a job well done.
Try like surf down the hill. See how much length I can get on this.
Roll me I'll allow acrobatics or athletics. 15. You see him be like, watch this, guys, as he throws his shield down on the ground and like you tobogganing or surfing it.
I kind of like put my feet under the arm straps and just kind of kick it.
Getting a sick,
like a snowball.
But not before you is given one last parting gift from the gnomes.
But hang on, and he goes back and rustles through. He brings out this orb.
Love it.
Like mechanical orb. I cannot get it to turn on again. But maybe you're done here. You work with it, or someone you charge it with magic. Maybe it is short. I don't know. I haven't had time to work with it with the kings and all that. But take this, and in your time of need, maybe it will respond. It was made to help. It was made as to help in need. Right?
Yes. I'm gonna lean in for a quick smooch on the cheek. You've got to be there, wouldn't it?
Taking note.
That is all. I must go.
I'll see you soon.
And he runs off. And as you snake your way down into the waterfall canyon and walk out the river, you turn and you swear through the mist of the waterfall on that rope bridge. You can see your parents.
And Aricia gets caught in a glimpse from her past.
Anaricia, you know why. And he brushes your hair back and sort of reveals more of your elf-like ears with a sharper, jagged look to them. The firelight catches the red color of your skin, your cat's eye pupil eyes, and your horns, and everyone can see he's just a human. You know why, Anaricia. You don't have to be ashamed of who you are. They should be ashamed of who they are for making you go through this. It's easier if we ease into it. You know? Otherwise, the same thing happens. We turn up, someone's chicken dies, it's your fault somehow, and we have to move again. And patience. Patience. And you lean down and sip your tea. As he walks off, and as you drop the tea down, and the ripples in the tea from you drinking it pulls back out till you've just dropped a petal into the well to break the tension so you don't have to see your own reflection anymore. So it's sort of just upset.
That strangely enough leads to Varus catching a glimpse of his future.
Go.
I'm
Jumping in. So you dive down. As you go through, even in the dark, cold, misty water, you can just see uncannily. It's pretty frosty too in this dark well. You start swimming down, and it is quite hard because it's quite a tight space. So you're sort of grabbing the rocks on the way down, the cobblestones that build it up. And the first thing you come across is the hilt, what appears to be like some basket-hilted sword that has a strange, faint magic glow to it. It's probably, now you're closer and you're not really used to your true side, but it's probably not magic, but it's probably well crafted.
Against all odds, the long way home wasn't as safe as the gnomes said it would be.
You look at these tracks, they seem like they're that of a large feline. Like they look like cat's paws, but much bigger, like even bigger than a panther. Like big
saber-toothed tigers kind of thing.
Hey, who even knows?
And the party found this encounter really carried them away.
It grapples you and then begins to use the rest of its movement to fly 25 feet straight up.
Jeez!
Yeah!
Put it back on. Right.
Did they come out on top? Did they beat the beast? Tune into Fake! just let me say, I want to say something. If anyone sees you, tell him, I said, hi, and, I miss him. Okay, that is all. Thank you. Okay, that was weird. But tune in to find out. And we're back for yet another episode of SuperOrdinary D&D Adventures Over Yonder. How is everyone this week?
Bloody
Fresh.
fantastic.
Pretty good.
I put so much effort into this. I cut my hair, I prep, I look beautiful. It's like giving a steak to a dog. It means nothing to you people. How are you?
Good.
Great. The same! I do it to myself. No, you look good. Does everyone any interesting things happen this week? Anyone? I want to hear about you. I want to know something. I need to know these strangers who I keep waking up next to.
You mean outside of character?
Yeah. This is when it started. I want to know the people.
Shit.
People don't just tune in to find out how many times I'm going to kill Varys before episode 10. They want to know, what do you do?
At least 10 more times.
At least 10 more times.
I mean, I've still got to feel the effects of my just reminding you.
Yep, it's written in big numbers here. You didn't do it
Alright,
last
it's
time.
fine.
Because would have been some misses, maybe. But hey, we always play it hand off the piece, you know? Like, unless it's fun story-wise. If it's happened, it's happened. We forgot the rules. That's fine. It's a game of storytelling, not hardcore rules.
You know,
I don't know. Yeah.
after playing D&D like weekly now, it does kind of spread in my normal life a little. And in as much as I've been writing these like compliance plans for the pandemic, and I just keep picturing myself as it's a plague in the lands, and like.
You'll find yourself doing things like you'll
Rolling
see
for
someone,
things.
you'll see someone trip, and you'll be like, that one. And you're like, God damn it. Or you look at someone, you're like, you are not Dex high, are you? It's a whole thing, man. It's I don't know. I like it. It's a huge part of my
I'm
life.
pretty down to roll for life decisions.
Yeah.
Don't. To use your
Not with
brain.
you, babe.
Yeah, come on. Our lives are in your hands.
One every time, yeah.
Well, maybe you'll make less. You know, like I'll make a decision.
Cena's just down the road from your house laying on a...
Do I boot heroin today? Well, it's an at 18, and with my modifier, I'd be a fool not to. But what even is booting heroin? I don't know these things. This isn't the 80s. Come on, get a new bit. I'm getting my dice out. I'm getting ready. I think I'm running a blue theme tonight with a... You know what? I was going to add a speck of green in there, but I think just blue. Blue it up. No, because then if you guys ask... No, they're different. They're all different. I'm having a nightmare. Yeah, I know you can't, and you're not supposed to.
Just
They're
having
all
a stroke over
green.
your dice.
Guys, I smell burning toast.
Give us a smile. Definitely.
That's actually just my face. Go back, watch the stream. My broken nose and saggy face is not a thing to look at in pause.
Maybe if you were nicer to people, you wouldn't have had a broken nose.
Just because I pull faces in the wind. Anyway.
Box.
Box.
Oh my god, it's a bomb thread!
What's in the box?
What is it? What's in the box? Would you have in Singapore? What's in the box? In the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box
No.
today?
Oh, sorry. That's
What, did you ever have that in New Zealand? What's in the box? It was very
No, I was
Australian,
singing the
I think.
movie
In the-
7.
Oh yeah! What's in the box? Open the box!
That's a very tiny head. If we are
What, a baby? Babies don't have heads, do you?
Holy
Spoilers.
shit.
Go
Wait,
watch
what?
that.
So anyway, UPS sent me an email yesterday saying your package will arrive tomorrow. That was yesterday. And today,
The package arrived.
our miniatures for D&D have arrived from Hero Forge.
Yay! Hero Forge, you dastardly bastards.
And they are in lots and lots of
Wow.
Good. Distribute
lots and lots of
them
plastic.
out.
Lots of
Hand
plastic.
them out.
May
Oh
I
my God.
quickly feel? I'll let you do it first. Everyone should unbox their own, but I want to have a feel of that metal one. I've
don't
never
know.
seen a metal Hero
I don't know
Forge.
how to tell.
And our intern
Yeah, I think we're just
splurged.
gonna have to.
It's like a lucky dip.
They don't
You'll
have
see.
names.
2 of them are mine.
Yes.
Give them all to me.
I think this is yours.
Thank you. Do they have names on them?
They don't have names.
Oh, that's not mine.
Just open
Just
them up.
open one and then pass it to the right person. If you break it, you've bought it.
Oh, in which case, I don't know who's that.
In this case, the one we crunched earlier.
Oh, that's
See
definitely yours.
Yeah. I feel like I don't have one of mine because it feels a bit small. Oh, I know whose I have.
Who had arrows with a shield?
That's this guy.
Yeah.
Is this yours?
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's downhill. That's you.
Oh, this is
Into you. Summer you.
Oh, so cute.
Someone has. I have you, as in not you, but Iari.
Where who these are? Who's are
Iari.
these?
it's pretty good detail.
Oh, cool. Oh my god. My beautiful baby.
That's
so exciting.
me. Yeah, that's one of mine.
Oh, right, yeah.
Can I see? Can I see?
You want this as well?
So I've gotten the premium plastic ones before.
Yeah.
I think
It's
I
not
like
bad,
I
eh?
think I like the normal plastic. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe because
it's
it's
so
grey and you
cute.
can see
It's
the
in the
detail
bag.
more.
Yeah, the black ones, otherwise. Are they black?
They are black.
Yeah.
I think it's a stronger
awesome.
plastic from my experience, but holy
I like
god.
the
I think it's
Short tape,
smoother, like
honestly,
it's
yeah.
3D printing, it's like less
You got a
lines.
diamond
Yeah.
one too?
But look, to be fair,
That's
after a
so
couple
cool.
licks of paint, especially in undercoat, you can't really see the printing lines anyway.
Is that yours?
Is this my other one?
Oh man, there's
Oh, no,
one.
I think this
yeah,
is, I think
baby.
that's Johnny's.
Johnny. That one
Johnny.
yours as well.
Oh, that's mine.
No, that's his.
That's yours.
Yeah, it's one of my two
Okay.
backup characters is this guy and this guy.
Oh.
Wow.
This
All I
guy
can
is
say
called
is
Greg,
Greg.
and that one's called, he's called...
Where's yours?
Oh,
Doing
who's
something
this dude?
so like under. Oh, never
That
mind.
one's big.
Oh god.
Then this is yours.
Doing something so super underwhelming and plain is very New Zealand.
This is a
But like, it has a
this is
funny
a
thing in its own right. Like, they're just calling your characters Pete and Greg, and just being like, yeah.
Well, his name's
Look at
Gregory
how
because it was
tiny
given to
you
him
are.
by his,
Actually, you're not
keeper.
that much tiny.
He's keeper.
no, he's a Goliath, but he was taken in
Okay,
as
anyway.
a mercenary, a bodyguard for a real super rich dude who then named him Gregory, and then his master died, and he becomes a kind of a bounty hunter. And he's trying
Save
to-
it for the table,
Yeah.
Greg.
Oh,
That's
what?
the weight of the package.
This
Hang
is
on, can I have,
Hi,
can I
Greg.
have a feel of the metal? I've never seen a
Oh, wow.
metal hero before. No.
really
Would they 3D print that, or would they?
They 3D printed.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. There's a metal 3D printer. Allegedly.
On the floor.
Oh,
Or cast it is what you
Yeah,
do.
or casting
Small
it.
I
comparison.
don't think
like-
they cast it. Yeah,
Doesn't
because
look
this
like
doesn't
a
feel like a
big one
cast.
next
Because usually it's cast as like you can see where the line
Oh,
is.
still not really.
Yeah, this doesn't have a casting line, and also the texture to it isn't the
I
same
have
as
a
a
line
cast.
on my bald head.
But it's really
I can see it.
You know what? I'm surprised with the
Seam line.
level of detail.
and it's,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
really
it's-
strong. Like
I'll have to
the
sand it.
arrow's quite solid.
Looks
Well,
like
it's
I've had an
not pewter.
operation.
That's the thing. So it's like
Got yourself a
most metal
Neuralink.
miniatures
Yeah.
like that. Other one I
Anyway, we
have.
should stop talking about
Oh, you're still here.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Let's
still
definitely
In
here.
the camera,
Ready.
see?
But yeah, you know that other miniature.
Yeah,
that
look.
you were using.
We'll post
Pewter.
photos on
We'll post
the.
photos.
Yeah, we'll put photos
Where are we
online.
gonna put it?
Legit only.
Oh, on our Instagram we now have. You can follow us along at SuperDnD. That's SUPORD letter N D.
I
ORD.
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
your dyslexia just kicked in because you got
I was
so
like,
scared
wait,
you
what?
said it wrong. You're like,
No, I was just like clearly enunciating, and then she said ORD, and I was like,
I thought
ORD?
super.
Did I? We have a Reddit as well now.
oh, what the
Oh,
hell?
what?
I haven't formalized it. I've just like made
Oh,
it.
what?
Ask
go
us
through.
anything.
Yeah, we're gonna
Should've
start an
only killed people.
OnlyFans soon too. So
Yeah, 7 p.m. AEST tomorrow night. Varys will answer questions about the other side.
oh, damn! I
wanna
believe
know.
our Reddit
I'll drop
is
you half the tab and I'm sure you'll
Loving
woo.
pose on this guy.
Yeah, holy bajinzas, holy bajundos. Wow, I've painted Hero Forge miniatures for my friends before. This is the first time I've got my own. I'll tell you what. You know what's really funny? I also because I used a voucher to partially pay for these, and it was a voucher I got from painting other people's Hero Forge miniatures. So
Where do you
The
charge
only
for
way
that?
is Hero Forge.
where do I charge?
Yeah,
Where
it's
is
just
Hero
mates
Forge?
or
Yeah, I don't do it
do you have
commercially.
like a
Hero
website?
Forge.
No, it's like
Etsy.
you really have to be
Something.
pumping it out to like make money because like hourly put it
Oh,
this way.
hourly you'd be earning 50 cents.
Yeah,
See on
unless
Fiverr, man, they do it so cheap.
yeah, there are people who
Where?
use like airbrushes, they're really quick, are really good at getting like a consistent flow. But if you buy a single like project painted mini like from someone, hundreds of dollars easy. But it is fucking amazing. Anyway, enough about other people, more about me. We ready to play?
Yeah.
Ready.
Ready for another little episode?
Alright, so we just killed the thing, right?
You just killed the thing!
What was that thing?
Who knows? You don't know.
A face lion dragon.
What's that
Griffin.
thing?
Griffin.
Yeah.
It was like a griffin with a human
What's
face,
the
but he
thing?
had arms
And a black thing.
and a spiky tail.
Well, it wouldn't be an episode of our show if it didn't have a technical difficulty.
Oh no, it was so
Wow.
smooth.
It was so smooth.
What happened?
I don't know.
What?
Wait. The speaker's just not registering anymore.
Where is the speaker?
It's down next to me. It's on. I tested it before we went.
Hush your mini.
Yeah.
What sound are you going for?
It is connected.
What type of sound? Because I can sing it.
Is it muted? Did
I
you mute your laptop?
don't believe it's muted.
Are we looking for bird sounds?
Sound going to the.
Do some bad sounds in the meantime while I do a quick open
That's my dad. Now look at things.
You can, yeah, it's just Sirenscape stuff. Sirenscape, beautiful, wonderful. My laptop, apparently not so much. Never really had issues with Sirenscape before. Good stuff, good things. For those who are tuning in for the first time as well, I better do I'm just doing some vamping while we set up this tech difficulty. But we are playing through the module of Ice Spire Peak, the second starter kit from 5th edition.
I'm making these.
Oh.
Make sure it's royalty free because we're on Twitch and you can't play other people's
Did you ask
stuff.
the bird if you could use
Well,
that?
I don't know if you can like trademark recording a bird making noise.
I think
The
you
bird
can.
made it.
You can.
Yeah, but birds don't have rights apparently, which I think is strange.
Not commercially.
Well, we're
there we
back.
go.
It's back. It's just the same bird.
It's the same clip.
Look, this bird. It's like a lot of voice acting with anime. Once you get in, you're in, and that's why all the same voices across them. It's a very small, close-knit community of birds and recording. That's a bit.
That is professional.
What? Oh, my headphones again.
Nani?
The level of professionalism is outstanding. Steak to a dog. Okay. So, you guys just finished. So you're hiked from Nomagard. You came across a little cabin. You found some treasure, and obviously you had a flashback. You came across some paw prints. Varys tracking it, figuring it out. Yari trying to use her headed skills and intelligence, figure out what it could be. Couldn't quite crack the code. Headed around the hill, found Umbridge Hill where the windmill was, where they were to find the potions master. Varys called a chemical hag? I believe.
It's accurate.
It's because of the gnomes, they called it a something hag.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It was just a bit. It's a funny bit. It's funny. It's funny! Take my hands off. I'm walking away. You saw that the creature that had headed off in this direction at Umbridge Hill was attacking the windmill. The woman who you can only assume to be the chemical hag, the potions master, the alchemist, to be yelling out the window. As you tried to sneak up, she yelled out, "Help, help!" The creature didn't discern purely what she was saying as it was attacking the door. You're able to sneak up behind it, you got some good shots off, you're able to get the jump on it. A quick combat. It did pick up your good friend Dunhill and yeet him through the sky, but there was a cool finish in the end there where you caught your friend's arrow that missed, stabbed it through its eye, it came hurtling to the ground, you managed to climb on top of it and land safely. You're now about there in the hill as the woman shouted out to you, "Oh, thank you! Absolutely thank you. Oh, bud." She comes down and opens the front door and, "Oh, my sweets, my sweets! Get away from that thing now! Get away from it! Please! Are you alright? Are you alright? Thank you for saving me. Oh, got myself in a right tizzy."
I'm gonna cough up like the thickest throat loogie, and then use it to wet my eyebrows
You're
in
so
an attempt to look handsome before I go up and try and seduce her.
As she's walking over to you quite slowly, she seems weirdly unshaken by this. She probably is matching visually. She looks good for her age, probably though late 60s, but very hearty, very rosy-cheeked, full build. very messy, tattered hair, full of bits and bobs. It's almost like she might keep little things tied to it that she might add to potions so she remembers. And she also has adorned with necklaces and an apron with all bits and bobs, as if she's carrying her entire kit with her all the time. She walks up, sees you, take a big spit and rubs her hands and, oh, Duchess, you're a bit clammy. Oh no there, dear, oh no, I got right the thing for you. And just pulls something out, rubs it in her hands, and then, here, opens your mouth, puts it in. There you go, that'll clear the phlegm. Now anyone, sweethearts, darlings, please tell me I didn't misread the situation. You're actually here to help me.
Yes.
You're not going to rob an old woman blind, are you?
No.
Never.
Are you a potion master?
Well, that's one of the things they called me.
Oh.
Sorry, speak up. What did you say there now?
I'm gonna roll. Utilizing my natural very high.
She is just
sexy
standing
seduction.
there as Anorisia whispers to the rest of you, like, you're just standing in front of this woman. She's like, come up, and then you're like, what are we here? She can hear you.
I am gonna roll for performance, maybe, to try and speak some soft poetry. Noting that I am in winter, it is probably going to be a bit rough. To try and convince her to love me.
Curt and sultry poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll me a performance.
Don't fuck me. Damn it. You fucked me. So that's a 6.
Okay,
You still have to
adjustment.
try.
Yeah, give us a try. Give us a try.
You have to deliver it.
Phlegm runs hot like my love for you. I hope to be again this summer you.
Well,
That's a 6.
you can definitely hear that the phlegm's leaving, so the thing worked I gave you, but, is he usually like this? Is that why you've brought me? Is he old and infirm? He's losing his marbles, isn't he? Oh, poor old man.
Can you help him?
We'll help you.
Please.
Don't worry. You're in a Dabra Gwyn's care now. I'll look after you good and right. Please, leave him in.
Sorry, what was that name you just said?
what was her name?
A Dabra Gwyn.
Dabra Gwyn.
Midwife and potions.
Hello, we're adventurers who have come from Fandlin. We're actually come to seek your help and take you back if you are able to assist with the town's needs.
Right.
We have heard that you're a master of potions.
Yes, I have, I do supply to people heading through, caravans of sorts who head up and down the Sword Coast, sometimes make a stop by. I make a very lovely sweet tea as well, and a scone, and a odd bit of this and that. I add some nice little ingredients, a little mother's touch. Shanto, may she bless me.
May we come in to chat? Maybe
Oh,
have some-
absolutely! It is getting dark out as you look. It was heading towards afternoon anyway. Please come in, make yourself at home. It's a bit squishy in the windmill, but we always make do round here. Shanto, bless. Remember, shoes off at the door. We're not that sort of rough coming folk. We like to keep the place clean. So please, in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You find yourselves walking into what is a rather homely, comfortable, quite tense, like not tense, densely cluttered. That's the word I'm after. Space. Everyone's been to that house. Everyone has a friend whose mum likes to tie-dye felts and things and bake a lot.
I don't even know if you can.
I don't know, dye felts. You're at me. And it's a good vibe. It's always so loving. And they've got bits and pieces from the travels. If you look around, a lot of things seem, all the knickknacks sitting adorning the fireplace now are a bit older. Probably doesn't leave here much these days, and it's from a younger time when she perhaps travelled more. But it's a thick, walled stone windmill. And as you enter as well, in the centre there's a grindstone, like a millstone, grinding on the centre floor, and you can see she's using it to grind various herbs and different things. As she walks in, there's something bubbling over the fireplace and something on the stove, and she, make yourselves at home, dears, there's different seats a bit and about, just make sure you don't knock anything over. If it looks like you shouldn't touch it, don't touch it. And she's just stirring things, goes over, changes something on the mill as it's turning slowly with the windmill. Just constantly prepping, cooking. It smells like those goddamn hippie shops. Definitely a scent of...
Sandalwood.
Yeah, nag champer. There's some nag champer going on in here.
It's my fave.
She's just been burning down the house, you know. So she's got, guests are here. Quickly burn some nag champer before the real estate come. It never works. They just know what's up. But lovely, adjusted, sweet-smelling pies and things adorn the window shelves. It is good. What are you doing? She's just going about her business now. She's sort of just waiting for you to settle in.
I put down my backpack and I look at things on the shelf and try not to hit anything with my tail.
Start hacking up another loogie and ask her if she has a rag I can wash myself with.
If you go outside, round the back, you see a trough. You can wash yourself there. There should be something. Yeah, surely you have something in your own adventurer's pack. If not, there's probably one over here on the shelf. Make sure you hang it up to dry on the fence on the way back in. And if you keep hocking those loogies up, I think I could maybe make another portion or something for you. So it's coming to my attention he's not as old and firm as you led me to believe. So the reason you're here is to drag me to Fandlin.
I'm gonna go out the back and start washing myself.
Gives you that very motherly look, like,
Y'all
okay.
continue.
Like,
So I pretty much
Same as
first thing I want to do is kind of like just take a quick look around to see if I mean I already kind of trust the situation is safe considering that creature's gone, but I just want to kind of like have a little bit of an inocular.
I see you looking, and I'm rolling a perception.
Yeah.
Just to suss out between her bottles and shit, and just read the room.
Yeah.
To figure out what she's actually making, doing, what kind of motives, why she's here.
to be cool if you didn't use your true sight earlier and now you could see through any illusions, wouldn't it? Ooh. But anyway, let's just roll perception.
I'll assist you.
Don't I have to. What do I have to
Have a
roll
long
for?
rest. Half of what?
I can't do that yet because I got.
You have to take a long rest. We can do it again. So I'm just baiting you. She's an innocent old woman.
Your roll.
Or is she? Change your dice! Buy a dice
You got a
prison.
12.
Put them in.
12 plus.
Plus, what do you have?
No, it's not 12. Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's 12.
It's
I couldn't see it in the thing.
3 for moi.
So it's 16.
Oh, wait, that's fine. I got a 16.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
I was like, why are you signing?
Oh, because when I angle look like a 2.
Ah.
You got it too.
Should have been. Should have
It's a
been.
16. So we're good.
Perhaps it was. We'll never know.
Are we playing that rule where we're just
Gimme?
going above 10 or that's different?
You must say
You
gimme.
could have,
Oh, you got
but you have to do it before you
Gimme.
roll.
Yeah.
A gimme. Here, I used to
Gimme.
try something. I think it's a shift.
Whoa.
Yeah, is that pretty?
Well,
Britzfest.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's
lasers.
just showing you what you can see out windows. It's battle view still. So just do it's if there was anything sneaking past, I would have to. I can lighten it, but it's actually way more exaggerated on the projector. Unfortunately.
Can anyone reach another beer? Are they all...
Oh.
There's some
Some
in
in
the
the-
fridge.
Yeah.
Can you grab me a beer, sir?
Yeah, anyone else?
Dots everywhere. If I go, does anyone in the chat know roll 20s at Shift
There's
F
only 3 people.
to bring up
One of them.
an icon
One of them
to
is
make
me
it
too.
bigger for the players to see? I don't know. There is a picture of her here, but I just can't seem to bring it up.
I'm feeling pretty clean now,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna come back inside. And also,
Okay.
I want everyone to know I smell a lot better than everyone else.
As you come back in,
From your
it's
shop
as
bar.
your friend Varys finishes peering about the room. What would you get in the total of the roll? A 12 natural with a
12 plus 4.
16. You and Dunhill, you're not really able to see that much. You're sort of looking about, because you see he's looking at, I'll try and help him,
Thanks,
but he
Dad.
beats you to it.
Was
It
there
is-
something else?
Yeah, please.
You take.
Oh no, don't go away
Take
again.
these
I was
ones.
just wanting us. Well, I'm talking. I'll wait till it's back. How's
It's like, I
everyone?
don't know who the furfies are.
Oh.
Too late.
He's like, why did I die again? You walked away from the table as you were being explained things.
Oh, wow, that's tasty. Wow.
It's a furphy. Thank
I've
you.
never had one.
Hello.
Thank you.
Refreshing.
As you peer about the room, it's comfy, it's relaxed.
Is it dark?
You don't know.
No,
Light.
it's well lit. Like there's light coming in through those windows.
Oh,
They're not huge windows because it's a stone building, and there's a fire in there and candles and stoves. It's warm, it's cozy.
A good
What's
place
she
for a long
doing?
rest.
Like,
She's honestly just still going about her day. She's read you guys. She's given you guys a look. Gone. This is what I thought it was. Come inside. Yep. And she's and as you look about, she's preparing your food. Exactly what she said. She's getting sweet tea and cornbread and scones and things.
Yeah, so I don't get any weird vibes from the space.
From the place, no. From her, you'd have to roll an insight check. But the place itself just seems like a cozy old lady's house. There is above the door a wreath, a dried wreath, and a similar symbol adorned in her hair and around various places. Also, like a mortar and pestle seems to have this same symbol.
What is the symbol?
Yeah, what's the symbol?
It's a
massive dick butt.
I'll tell ya. And when I do, you'll be like, oh shit!
I already think I know
Yeah,
what it's
I know
gonna
what
be.
it is.
I
Yeah.
just have a weird feeling like this clash with reality is like, I actually have I could just stab her and kill her right now. Like, I could just do that. Fuck this whole thing up. But like,
That's called being a murder hobo. And it's generally frowned upon.
yeah, but I can see
You
how
can't.
some people
Chaotic-
enjoy it. Like,
Is this one
Chaotic evil.
chaotic? Yeah.
Chaotic evil.
This game reveals a lot about your inner psyche.
doing it.
Yeah.
No, don't worry.
about it.
We've all
Seriously
we've all-
considering it.
If you want, for a special occasion, maybe we
nice
could
old
do like a
lady.
charity or a fundraiser for something, and we can do a one-shot. It's like a one-off where you play just evilest, shittiest, murder hoboist characters.
Get it out
Why
of
the
the
hell would that be the charity? like
Because you're doing bad for good. Anyway,
the more fucked up roleplay
Alright,
you can come
keep
up
going.
with,
I
the
wanna
more
ask
money
her- I
someone
wanna
will
ask her-
donate.
it is they are made. It's like blooming.
I'm so sorry.
We're having a rough night tonight.
It's my dad.
So you can, you're always excused.
No.
It's a wreath made of sheafs of grain, featuring blooming roses. So it's like sheaths of grain, like a wreath made of grain, like shoots, and blooming roses sitting in it. Yeah, of
course.
Roll intelligence or history.
Should I-
Religion, actually, for that.
I'll ask her a couple questions before I do an insight on it.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, if you're looking at stuff, doing the whole like. So, what are you doing out here?
Well, darling, I told you, I'm the midwife. I go in and I make potions. People come by here for me famous potions when they're on their way up and through the mountains or things. A lot of people will even take half a day's time off their journey to stock up well before they go into the mountains. A lot of people heading north and south through Lyon also contact me. I'm just here doing my thing.
Are you here by yourself?
Yes, darling, I can look after myself pretty fine. It's solid walls in this here windmill, as you could see, and it's not really a big problem. When something like that happens, Shanto looks over me and, well, hey, you turned up right at the right time, didn't you, darling? Lassie, sweet pea, would you like some bread?
Yes, please.
And just some sweet bread, sweet tea. Did you bite it? Did you eat it? Did you drink it?
I'm gonna sniff it first. See what it smells like.
She whacks you with a she turns around, she hears you sniffing, she turns around and whacks you with a ladle lightly. It's rude to sniff at food, either you take it or you don't.
Alright, that's it. Nibble it.
It's delicious. It is just wholesome home cooking. It is so good. You almost feel a little guilty for questioning this woman on like, oh, is this going to be okay? Because it is. It looked good and it tastes
Handsome
great.
haircut.
Ooh, nice haircut.
What the hell?
You get a Blake
Blake
cut.
Model
Fresh Blake cut. You want to come in, show 'em the Blake cut?
What the hell?
Brown chicken, wow, wow.
Hello, stream.
How do you get so handsome?
Are you aware of the challenges facing Fandolin?
I've heard the odd thing or two round about, but
I just
their
wondering-
problems are their
I'm just gonna
problems,
start
darling.
slowly undressing
Why is
behind
it that-
Lincoln, and you're trying to have a conversation. Who's Lincoln? I'm sorry, Varys. And you're just trying to have a conversation with Varys, but you have to keep darting your eyes over. And I'm gonna undress to my loincloth.
Is there a particular reason he's doing that?
Yeah.
He's in winter.
I don't know what that means. But if that means he has a problem of the mind, I have some
mind-clarifying potions and things.
Actually, you know what? If you have something,
Something?
Anything.
Please, anything.
I'm a bullet.
Just
But I'm just wondering, why do you want to help Vanderlyn? Do you just want to?
It's not that I don't want to help them. I'm here helping them all the damn time. I've birthed nearly every child that's come out of there. And on top of that, I also give them potions at pretty much near a price. Sister Ale and I have a deal. And she gives me a small amount of money, absolutely discounted to be honest. And I give them a steady supply of potions to keep their ailments at bay. Did you see a single person in that town that was coming down with some sort of shingle or harsh fever? Anyone with anything short of a slight runny nose from keeping their own bare feet in the mud? Not at all. And that's thanks to me. Adabra Gwyn. Now, you've come into my house,
Totally fair enough.
you've smelt me
Deborah
food,
Quinn, more
you've
like
questioned
Deborah
me,
Wynn at life.
and I try to keep my patients running smooth. But while she's doing this, she's like mixing and pouring and that, and there's a steaming, like slightly bubbling broth she hands over to you. Drink this.
I'm gonna start like just slowly licking the rim of the cup while winking, and then I'll have a little sip.
The ailments of the mind really do slip with age. I wonder when it will affect me myself.
Is there anything that you would like in return for helping the town? You know, because we're potentially interested to see if we can fix some of the problems that are facing the town for good.
I'm already helping the town, sweetheart.
Why would they want your help more than what you're already giving?
Well, what do they want from me? You said you want the help. I'm giving help, but you haven't specified what this help might be. Is there anything more that you
The
might be up
orcs!
yeah. Do you know much about the ongoing problem with the orcs? You heard
Well,
about much
the
about
orcs have
that?
always travelled up round the hills and that. That's what's making me think about that creature out there. It is a bit peculiar to
When did
come
it
down.
arrive?
We
When did
Just
you first
before
see it?
you did, luckily. That's why I know Shant will be watching over it.
Did you notice it was sick?
I have seen that, and I am currently trying to make a broth here where I could maybe test its blood or some little thing. But do you know much about the manticore?
Manticore. No.
Well, you are fresh green adventurers, aren't you? Come storming out here to rip an old woman out of her house with no idea what you're doing, not even what a manticore is. Well, a manticore is one of the creatures that lives up in those mountains up there. They very seldom come down unless something's contesting its territory. Also, they don't really travel unless they're in a group. They don't hunt ravagingly. They're quite cruel and malice creatures. Still breaks my heart to see one die like that, so sad. But they...
Alice meant more. I'm a wink again.
Well... Santo, give me strength.
Santo's your deity?
Pardon?
You say Santo? Is that your deity?
Shanto.
I thought
Shanto.
you said daddy.
And it's not my father. It's my deity. Yes. Shanto, the grain goddess, the great mother, she who shapes. She makes her divine realm that of a great garden in Elysium's second layer of Irona. Mother of fertility.
You know, we're sure the town is grateful for the help you've given, but we have reason to believe that you may not be safe here.
And what reason be that?
The Yorkish invasion.
She leans over out the window. Hello, orcs! I don't see no orcs out there. I don't hear no orcs.
What would happen if we weren't here just now?
Shanto would have delivered in another way. She delivers, and if it is my time to hit the mortal coil at the end, and become part of the great food chain that Shanto delivers in, I keep changing my accent. I'm somewhat Scottish now. I started Midwestern, and it's just going crazy.
Have you noticed any other sickness apart from the manticore?
Pardon?
Apart from the manticore, have you noticed any other creatures that have been falling ill?
No.
Similar. Have you
But
noticed?
if you give me a hot second, I'll like to go out and look at the corpse, if none of you have already, and find out
Absolutely.
maybe what's wrong with it.
I'm going to take this moment to
Would
take a
someone like
short
to lend
rest.
me a hand?
I will go with you.
You can rest up. Eat and drink what's on the table there. Again, if it doesn't look like it should be touched,
I'm
don't touch
gonna
it.
go with her because I also want to see what I can salvage of this body.
I'm just going to check a quick insight on that conversation I just had to see if I can glean.
Yeah.
Just put my feet up. And it's 15.
She seems to get more short in her patience the more you question what she wants. She seems very independent. And she's not talking about why she doesn't want to go to the town. She has clearly a reason why she doesn't want to, but she's just doing that thing. All the people tend to do it, where they just glance on past. They don't want to talk about it, they don't even go near it. They just go, anyway, so I'm not going, and is there anything else you want? But she's super forthright with everything else. She seems to love it. And she's happy to help the town with the potions. It's just something she doesn't want to discuss. And she also seems quite preoccupied with the creature outside. The whole time she's been making potion for whatnot, potion for that. Oh, have you started drinking that potion?
Yeah.
I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm now dead. Okay. Saving throws. It's still a... Kill me, please. So, it's 6 plus 2, 8.
You begin to follow her outside in your loincloth, and you're like... You sit down for a second, you sit down, and the second you sit... You're asleep. She's just knocked you out.
So, I assume this counts as a long rest.
Depends how long you rest for. Dude, we don't know how long you're out for.
Okay.
Good night.
But you've unfortunately been put to sleep by your incessant advances to her.
Yeah, very fair.
I apologize. Well, I don't apologize. She wasn't picking up the way you were putting down.
Very fair. Let me know if I'm passed out for a while because I will count it as a long rest. I'm changing seasons as I want.
Should we always have a long rest after we try to suss this beast out?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're asleep. You can roll me a D10 and get back to me. No, D12. Roll me a D12.
Are we gonna level up after that fight?
Nope.
We got 60 points to 900.
Yeah, but you've already done your XP from last.
Oh, it is already. Yeah, okay.
Probably come back.
Hungry for them levels.
12.
Natural 12. Okay.
You're dead.
No. The rest of you who's going outside?
Me.
Me. Oh, also me, my lord.
I'm having a short rest, so I'm just putting my feet up.
Outside by the creature's corpse. I'm just gonna put Amaris here, that'll light it up. Roll me. She's going through, she's taking some of its blood and is mixing it in this vial to sort of see. Anyone who wants to make a medicine or survival check to try and hack this thing for bits, or find out what's wrong with it.
15.
In? What are you trying to do? Medicine.
I'm gonna do survival.
Trying to harvest from it?
Yeah. Or just, yeah. Learn, I guess. 14.
If you want to learn,
Would there be more
probably...
investigation if I'm like looking at it, hands on.
I mean nature or medicine, because you're looking at it more naturally. Investigations like contraptions and things.
Fair enough.
If you had a scalpel and that, maybe. So
Medicine.
What, medicine? What? 15?
Yeah.
And survival?
Survival and nature, 14.
14. You can tell it was dying. It was a bit mangy, and it was probably dying simply of starvation. It had some deep wounds along the side of one side of it. It's also a male. It's a giant barbed penis hanging below its body as you roll it over. And in your survival check to just investigate, this creature, though its face is somewhat of a cruel visage similar to a human's, it is
A real life reaction to it. Just went up.
Too big.
wow. To
Yeah, I'm like, ooh.
hope your mum and dad don't watch
Well, my mum
Am I
does.
getting red?
You're not getting red. You are red.
Like,
as we learned a lot about you just then. What's your reaction to someone call HR? No,
Yeah.
it is her.
Oh yeah.
So, fuck, that's rude.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
that we
had to
actually
mention
have
the
a HR department and we're all fucked.
So there is. You notice it's barbed tail. Its face, it's clearly not humanoid. It's just, it's human-like in feature. It's just maybe
I noticed it's got like
circumstantial.
human forearms, human face.
Yeah, feet, though, they when they walk, their hands are curled up. It makes that cat-like paw, but they can open up into these wicked, cruel claws. It has all the makings of a creature that would prey meticulously. This savage, raw attack does not seem to suit, even though it's large, doesn't seem to suit its build. It seems very stealthy, seems like it would probably dive bomb from above. It's clearly emaciated, clearly wounded. And as you're going about, she's doing the thing that turns like a brackish purple. Dehydrated? Definitely it's been a while since it's had something to eat. My lord. Couldn't be from round here. And then she just like pulls a sickle from her belt and cuts its belly open and its entrails drop out. And she just starts sifting through them. It's like nothing to her. She's just
That's
like,
what I wanted to do.
And-
I'm asleep.
so being rapey. You can be flirty. Anyway,
mean,
it was the
winter.
phlegm. I know, and you were playing your character, and I'll keep this here in case.
Just in case.
Cuts it open and the belly falls out and she's sort of over the stomach, sort of sifting through. Definitely not anything from around here that should be eaten. Oh, this thing lives up in the mountains for sure.
I just realised when I'm in winter, I have an immunity to sleep.
No,
Okay,
you
just
also
not
as an elf, you have an immunity to
Yeah,
sleep
anyway.
magic,
Okay.
but it wasn't magic.
Yeah,
It was
potions.
science.
Okay.
And and so she sort of deduces for the sake of expediency, it probably has travelled a long way from where it is. It's probably out, and she starts muttering about wondering where its mate would be. These things generally are in packs at the very least, as a couple. Just sort of more talking to herself and also because you're there, talking about how she's learnt from caravans who travel through to buy potions from her, discuss stories from travelling through the mountains of these creatures have a strong liking for human flesh over other races, and they
You're fine, bud.
they hunt cruelly. They like to toy with their prey, and they're very, very malicious if their property or their partner is hurt. They're very, very callous. Yeah, it's more of a jealousy almost, like because they're not kind to each other. And so the stories go. Also, that the only times that they're maybe alone working is when they have been enslaved by someone else, or maybe it's mutually beneficial. But yeah. And that's all. So she sort of goes, well, looks about and crows are starting together. I'll leave it for me dearies, but if you've got all you want, then I'll happily head back inside.
Thank you.
And she sort of goes in, goes around to that trough, washes her hands out, rinses her apron off, comes back, starts cooking you guys up a meal as the sun is setting more and more. And outside you can hear the cawing of crows as they start picking apart the entrails of this creature.
While she's cooking, are there a lot of books in our house?
Yeah, there are. Bookshelves, rows. Some open on tables, clearly all bookmarked with different leaves and things. Dog-eared. Like, it's not sort of librarian's charm. It's a cook, like a cooking
I'm
book.
gonna sit there and start flipping through them while she's cooking.
Ooh,
Reading what I can.
Bit of an academic, are you?
A little.
Is anything that fancies you? I might be able to point you in the right direction.
Creatures.
Creatures. Well, maybe lower sections over there. It's mostly all potions and alchemical things you can get from creatures, but the odd thing on how to treat different things. If you're looking for something on gout for horses, or maybe something to do with a bit of stomach rot on a cattle, there's definitely things down there you could peer in.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my adventuring days are well over, and I'm more so just
dig about looking for the people of Fandolin, looking after them how I see fit, she says as she puts food down in front of you.
While making direct eye contact with you.
And she just, she never seems to stop. She always seems to be keeping herself busy. Whenever something's happening, she might be darning something or knitting a small baby's scarf, or maybe it seems like it might be a gift for the next child she births. So she just keeps herself busy. And the sun's setting, and she's just allowing herself to make. It's like assumed at this point that you're probably cool to stay the night. She doesn't even said it. She's just like at points you've maybe looked around. She's brought a blanket or two down on a trip upstairs when she's gone to get something.
Shall we ask if we can stay the night?
Oh, certainly, dear, you may stay the night. All I ask is anything that you don't think should be touched, you don't touch. That's the one rule here. And Shanto bless you. Eat well, eat till you're full. Your body will thank you, and the worms in the ground that get you next will thank you too. It's all about the circle of life, isn't it, darling?
Is anyone going to check I'm still breathing after she said that?
It's been a few hours. I'll get you to roll another Constitution save.
Just in time for our long rest.
Just in time for our long
As
rest.
everyone then starts to... Actually... I'm gonna wait on it.
What did I roll that other dice?
12 hours of sleep, yeah. But I'll give you a chance, because you do have the elvish background, sleep potions and things, yeah.
Shall we long rest, guys? You're ready to bed?
It's early evening.
We're just singing a song before we go to bed.
He's not here.
I'm not, I'm in Gnome
Yeah, he's not there, he's in Nungrad.
Are you?
I look around, I'm like,
Can I like learn
Okay, I was like, do we have to go back and get you?
No, I'm
I learn
chilling.
how to make
Yeah,
a
good.
potion.
You're better friend.
You wouldn't be able to learn how to make like a healing
Can I, like-
potion, but you could probably learn how to make a recipe or two. Like, potions are quite a complex thing.
Can you teach me a simple potion that I can...
I can teach you how to make a hearty broth that will raise the spirits of your crew. How's that sound? So, dearie, you look like you travelled. You got a lot of trinkets like I do.
Yeah. This one from my mom.
Teaching. I'll get you just. No, we'll do a bit of role playing. I'll get you to roll it. But so, here, come upstairs. I'll fetch some things and I'll teach you up there. I have some more books and things. So, you know how to cook.
A little bit.
Potion mastering's pretty much just cooking with a little bit extra notes.
I only
And,
know how to...
Maybe you should make food.
She's showing you how to mortar and pestle and things like that. I'll get you to just roll a straight intelligence check to see how well you can follow along. So, your
11.
friend, your elven friend down there, 11. You're following along at a reasonable pace, but I don't think you'll fully glean everything she teaches you. Your elven friend down there. Is he always this pressing?
This person. A little bit, yeah.
Right. And he wants, I'm guessing you want what he wants too.
No, I want to learn from you.
So you also didn't come here to drive me to Fandolin.
Maybe.
Don't worry.
But
Hold it
you
down.
remind me of my mom.
Your mom.
Big cards.
guilt trip.
Considering your mom never got that old.
Well,
Are you rolling a deception or persuasion
Maybe it's
here?
a nice name.
Deception? Roll me a deception, please. How does she remind you of your mum?
Just like takes care of me.
Right. Roll deception.
7.
So, reminds you of your mother in the way you wish you had a mother.
Oh, yes.
You don't have to lie to me, child. Transparency is always a good way to get ahead of someone. Don't worry, I don't really know how to be a mother either. I've never been a mother. I spent my young life travelling around and venturing much like yourself. And it was nice, I fancied it, but when it's time for me to settle down, it was time for me to settle down. And now my life is using my gifts to look after the children of Fandolin. The whole of Fandolin are my children. Making sure they're right. Anyone who comes through here, often asking for earnest help. Any creature, any human, any elf, any dwarf. I mean, I did offer that creature, that manticore, some food, but it wasn't enough. You're all my children, just as Shanto's old our mother. Now, I don't think you learned much from what I was teaching you either right now. You seem a bit sleepy-eyed.
I'll finish up here and clean up your mess. As you look down, you've sort of been spilling more than you've been doing well. I'll clean up, and you head down, alright? Get some shut-eye with the rest of them. It's, you sort of get the feeling as you walk downstairs, she got more information from you than you got from her.
And I'm like, damn it!
Yeah, you're playing a woman at a game that's very much hers.
Yeah.
She comes downstairs as you're all settling down
Before
for the evening.
I've just finished off my food.
Yeah.
I thank you for the meal, and I ask her, I'm like, I picked up most of that, but there's something, it's like, not aniseed, it's something else. There's something tied.
Yes. No one's secret of mine. What's it worth to you?
I mean, maybe I could trade some thoughts, some recipes or something else that could be done with that particular dish.
Right. So you cook?
I cook. Yeah, I have in the past.
Grabs your hands. It's been a while since you cooked. You've been out there more getting up to mischief by the looks of them. Too much dirt under the nails for a good cook.
I mean, if life was simpler, I would love to just be in the kitchen, but you know, I have a calling.
Boy, life is as simple as you make it. I adventured for long and hard. And I stopped. And I'm not saying you have to stop. But I am appealing to you. If you come into a woman's house, try not just telling her where to go. Think that maybe she's finally found her kitchen that she's willing to just sit and cook in. That place where things and times are a lot simpler. That thing you perhaps want. But what you're looking for there? Dire badger.
Of course.
Little fecal matter they drop. From the raw material they eat,
I know it.
it's got a little spice to it. Hard to get, but it's nice when you put it in something spiced, like a. You're going for like a sort of spiced pie. People turn your nose up at you, but I hear in some faraway lands there's a lemur that eats a coffee bean and poops it out and they drink it.
Sometimes that ingredient is
You have to
a secret ingredient.
Yes, you're true. But you also have to refine it. That is a good step. And she just pulls a piece of parchment out of a fold and writes it down, gives you a little. There you go. If you can
Much
sort that
appreciated.
out, you sort that out. But any recipes, send them away. And if you must know, there's a reason why I don't want to go to town. It's that mare. I refuse. You think I'm unsafe out here? What about in a town where a mayor won't even leave his own house at the sight of a mouse? You think that man's gonna let me be free? Live and die how I choose? What about those poor people? You think he's bringing me there for their best interests? Or he might lock me in the house with that big brute of his, have him making portions just for him? I've met plenty of people like that before, and I just stay far away from them now. If you want help, I can make extra potions, and I can send them with you. You can tell Sister Grail I'll send more if someone comes to get them. I'll double me batches for 2 weeks. That's all the help I can do right now. But I'm not heading into that damn town until that harbour wester dies by crawling up his own asshole or fucks off to some far edge of the world. But don't you tell them I said that. Right?
Understood.
Now go to bed. You look
and,
tired.
And before I go to bed, I write down a few recipes and leave them on the table for her.
Right, thank you. She heads upstairs, she goes to bed, you're all settling in. And it's with that night begins to tick on. I'll get you to roll that Constitution save now. It's a bit deeper in the night.
Are we all sleeping?
Yeah.
10.
Alright.
I use the D&D Beyond quick.
Can I get you roll on the table, please?
What?
Can I get you roll on the table, please? Thank you. I like the sound of the click clack.
Old-fashioned way.
The old
Damn
fashioned
it,
way.
I rolled way worse. 5. Fuck you.
Alright. 10 it is. I just like the clicky clack. So. Hey! Sorry, that's the sound of the window
clicking.
interior.
There's a terrible echo in here.
3-dimensional.
Stereo.
Stereo, yeah. 3-dimensional.
The grinding of the mill is like a white noise to your ears as you're sleeping.
Oh, that would be so good.
Blissful.
And the fire crackling away, there's a slight creaking of ropes hanging above you. And it's outside that just that the white noise seems to be enough to bury it out. That this ball comes flying, hurtling through the air, cresting across the moon, ET stuff.
What is it?
And a ball. It's just
What?
it's like a barrel ball, and it is hurtling towards this windmill. And as we zoom inside, there's one porthole on it, and two just rudder steering wheel. You've been given a very short instructional on how to fly this thing. The wings are sort of, and you're like, oh god, pull up, pull up, pull up. You see the windmill, you're like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And we go back to when you're in the gnomes' hall that day, and you did not really last many hours more than the rest until you realized the gnomes might be your people by heritage, by your appearances. But that doesn't define who you are. And your family, especially over these last couple of months, are the people who left ahead. And it might be the bickering of the gnomes, the crazy, stupid inventions that keep misfiring down the hallways, the person running past in their fireproof underwear, clearly on fire. It just made you be like, I gotta get out of here. You appealed to their best interests, and one of the inventors wanted to test a new flying contraption, a short travel device, a quick speed device to get at least to Phandalin, they said. Umbridge Hill will be easy. That didn't seem true. It was like a giant slingshot shooting this barrel contraption that wings came out of. The wings made of some sort of pulled tight leather, not really holding up. It steers terribly. The wings flapped and you're like, oh yeah, this moves. But as soon as wind pressure was on them, they're just not working. This is clearly the first test run. They're sitting back there in Nomagard looking through the things going, oh, I definitely need to make changes to that. As you're going, you're like, I don't think I'm going to land this. I think I'm going to hit straight into the side of this windmill. This is, oh god, this is just made of timber. Oh my god. And then you see there's just like lever sort of half hidden under the controls. You're like, oh god, what's that? And it just says bail! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. And you go, well, what do? Are you going to try and land it? Or are you going to pull this bail? You are careening at full speed now towards what you think is the windmill, as you can see in the night sky.
Well, I definitely don't want to hit the windmill. I'm going to pull. I see the mushy carcass of the beast, and I'm coming in from an angle, so I'm like, if I miss, I'm probably not going to bounce, and hopefully not bounce and hit the windmill. But I'm like, that looks soft than the ground, so I'm gonna aim for that. I'm still
aim for the soft carcass to squish it.
Yep. But right before maybe 10 feet off the ground, 15 feet off the ground, I'm gonna pull the bail because I don't know if it's gonna work, but at least I'm a little bit closer, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna smush it.
Because you should always release your parachute right before you hit the ground.
Yeah, right. The best part is, so the new boys that has come out, it's not proper spoilers, but a boat goes high speed into a whale and spears it. So that's all I can imagine is about to happen right now.
So this gnome-sized barrel, it's hurtling down. I'll get you to roll a strength check, because these, you're fighting the wind resistance on these paddles.
Yep.
Roll me strength, baby. Athletics if you've got it, but I don't think you do, so it's just straight strength.
Yeah, roll strength.
Do you want an iPad, by the way?
Not right now.
Ambience is making me sleepy.
What do you got?
There's no strength.
It's just at the top. So if you go to athletics, it will be this strength, because if you're not proficient in it, it will
4. Well, I'll go athletics. 5.
5?
Yeah.
You got what did you roll?
5.
A 5 and you
my
were 0.
athletics is 0 and my
You
strength is
cannot reef these. For Buckley's, roll me an intelligence check, see if you can come up with anything else.
Oh no.
You're getting closer and closer and closer.
What about a performance or something?
He's good.
It's intelligence.
21 intelligence.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're all natural 20, is it?
No, it's 18.
18
plus 3.
plus. So you've got, okay, ballast my weight. Everything you can think of, you just throw to one side of this thing. You're just like, oh, and it just tilts it a bit. That's not really how physics works, but it's fine. And we're careening down now, and you're like, I think I'm on target. I think I'm on target. You're trying to steer a point. Gore just splatters everywhere up the windmill as you land. And right before you landed, you pulled that lever, but it hits.
So you're just like in the...
Oh, you're rocked. You're like semi-conscious. It's like, oh, Jesus God, what happened?
I'm like, yeah.
And then you're like, why didn't that bail thing go? Huh? And then confetti goes off in there, and a banner drops down that says, evacuate! And you're like, oh. What? And then the chair just springs you out, and you go flying a good 20 feet back, crash into this soft, wet earth. As you're, oh.
We heard this?
Wait, well, the soft squishing has stopped it. You were deep asleep. It's been a big day.
And we're right next to the like grinder.
Oh, true.
As you hit the ground, you look up at the stars, and there are a couple of moons. What is that constellation? You go out. And the next thing, you know, you're walking as if like you're half sleepwalking. It's like half a dream. You can't open your eyes properly. And you are looking through a window into this cozy area. And you just feel hungry. You're peering through, you hop up on a barrel and you're looking through, and it's like a distant dream. And you know when you feel like you need to go to the toilet when you're in a dream? It's like you're really hungry. Man, I just gotta wake up to eat. And you're looking through and it sort of fades out again. Next thing, you wake up again partially to yourself trying to slide through these windows and then onto a table inside. You're inside all of a sudden, looking about. These faces are familiar. Ah, I'm so hungry.
I'm worried.
And you walk over and you can just feel the warmth of the bodies. And you start to come to more as you're like, wait a minute. I know this person. Is that Iari? And your hands are just sitting out, like ready to just start throttling. What do you do? What are you gonna try and do? Roll me a wisdom save, actually. Are you gonna try and stop it?
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
Well,
he's like,
I'm more like, who is, like, Yari? Who's Yari?
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, because it feels like a dream.
Yeah,
so I'm
it
sort of
totally
like,
does.
I'm like, why, who's Yari? Like, I'm sort of like,
Try and
you know
piece
when you
the
like have one of those,
pieces together.
yeah, it's like a fever dream. Like, you sort of like wake up and you're like sitting up in bed, but you can sort of still see the dream
You're
happening
like,
around you.
Yeah, what was that?
It's kind of like that feeling. I
Yeah.
guess.
So roll me wisdom to try and figure it out. You can test it. Push through your will.
Where is wisdom?
So you got to go to a different page. You're in your abilities. Yeah. So you got to go to.
Are you sure you don't want that sweet iPad, baby?
You can also just
I
flick
have
left and
one.
right, by the way,
Ah.
when you're in there.
8.
You're dead.
Yeah. Don't contest it. Don't push. You will not let me eat all the time. But tonight, I hunger. Just one bite.
No. I feel like now, like, now that this voice that isn't mine is in there, it's not like waking me up more, but I'm like more conscious that I'm having a conversation. Like, it's a conversation. I'm like, no, and I'm trying to, like, I'm mentally trying to, like, piece my surroundings together, and like I'm sort of looking at my hands like, what is going
So
on?
your hands like starting to claw towards her throat.
Are you actually talking aloud or is this on your head? Because I don't sleep.
For anyone outside of it, it's like
Murmur. It's like sleep talking, I guess.
yeah, it's not like a.
Not discernible.
I'll get you to roll a constant. He's like snuck in crazy. Can I get you? God, I hate your name. Can I get you to roll me another Constitution saving throw?
Okay, I'll use my stats back up. Oop, you like the sound. Oop, again. 4 plus 2, 6.
Off in the corner.
At least hopefully if we're
Sitting
fighting
in
later,
this
I've got my shit rolls out of the way.
really comfy chair in loincloth, yeah. Oh, them kids. I'll get you. Give us a smooch. I was like, he's trying to wake from this.
I mean, I'm an elf, so I've got to sleep 4 hours a day, and I've also got keen senses. So
You're in your deep meditation at this point.
I'm in my deep meditation. Okay.
You can't be surprised, but that's if someone comes in and is like, yo! Or if they like
But if
draw their
some
sword, but
weird short
see
man's
super
mumbling.
stealthy through the sake of the story.
I was like, am I actually?
Can I roll for like a perception to try and figure out what's going on?
Wisdom again. You're just willpower. You're trying to overcome this
Right, okay.
creature. This, well, whatever it is,
Yeah.
this power. Creature is definitely the wrong word there. Just let me eat. Boy. My hunger.
Roll for wisdom again. 13.
You start to pull your hands back, and you pull them down by your side stiff. Leah. You tell me that time with the family that you didn't enjoy the taste.
Cut to
I regret
black.
that.
Now I know.
I regret that. I'm not doing that
You
again.
regret it.
Jesus.
Why would you surround yourself with such tasty
They're my friends. I'm not letting you do that. As soon as I can figure out how to get you out of my head, I'm getting you out of my head.
Yeah.
I'm not in your head, boy.
Well, I don't know where
I
I'm getting
am
to be.
you.
It's at
No,
that
you're not.
point you realize that putting your hands by your side has put your hand awfully close to your dagger, and suddenly you can feel it in your hand coming out as you are moving it towards Iari. You just hear a and then bang! A pot just smacks you in the head, and you go, oh, boom, fall to the ground.
twice
You
concussed.
two elves wake up to see a Dabra Gwyn standing on the stairs going, do you know this one? He's come in causing some awful mischief, and he seemed to be mentioning some of your names. And on the floor, you see your good friend Salil just been potted on the head for sneaking into the house.
What the hell?
Lil, what the fuck?
He's unconscious.
Yeah, he's done, mate. He was already concussed.
He
now
came
he's done.
sneaking
Did
in.
anyone hear him come in?
What the hell?
Well, I thought I heard something outside. Oh, you're awake too, Daniel. And I see you joining us for this darling wake up.
Certainly, also.
So you know this fella.
We know him.
He came flying in out of some meteor-looking device, hitting the manticore out front, making a mess of me whitewash on the windmill,
Jeez.
and comes round digging looking for food. It's hard times, I know, but so you're telling me you know him? He said one of your names.
Yeah, he's part of our crew. I don't know how. He's gone. He's out.
Well, I apologise. I got a little frightened when I bumped him on the head. But in the morning, I'm sure you can have a chat with him and find out what was going on. Maybe get him something to eat.
Is he out cold right now?
I believe he is. If my arm's still as good as it used to be,
Got any salts or something?
he won't be up for a while. I think he
Ether?
needs to sleep it off naturally.
Nicotine salt.
Nicotine.
Also, actually, maybe you could give some salt to that one in the chair. He's been out awful long
Yeah,
for an
not
elf.
one of you have come
have
to
it.
check
I
on
just
me.
left you alone in that
peaceful.
chair. Just, yeah, as she leans, like, points over to you. Goddamn kids.
I'm like,
I'll
no,
get
let him sleep.
So I feel like if they came to help me, I would have changed to summer, but now I think I'm going to stay winter.
You have no idea.
I do, because
No,
I'm
you-
going to wake up outside.
Well, you don't know.
No, I
No,
did
you're
it
inside.
You're inside.
What time is it?
No, I wasn't. I fell asleep there.
No, you fell asleep on the way out. You're like, hang on a sec, I just need to, and then sat down in the chair and went,
I thought I was right next to all the action.
no, you.
What time is it?
Oh, I don't
I mean,
know. It looks outside. It seems to be awful late in the night.
Yeah,
Probably
like
time for you to go back to sleep if you want to get up at the crack of dawn to make it to Fandle.
Okay.
Don't
I'm
worry.
just gonna take a little quick peek out the door and just have a look at the mess that's out there.
It is pretty bad.
Pretty
And
bad.
it's like, as you open the door, like, splats down at your foot and you're like, oh god, we fucking ruined this woman's house.
Yeah.
She doesn't
yeah.
seem overly phased again. I mean, the crows will pick it off, but it's like,
Right.
it's a thing.
Alright, yeah, sure.
Well, I'm heading back to bed. You all are pretty green adventurers. You sleep awful heavy for people who are meant to be out there running around doing who knows what fooligans work.
We just defeated a manticore.
Oh, a manticore. Give the little girl a round of applause. No, I'm just cranky because I'm sleeping. I'm off to bed again. Don't touch what you're not supposed to. Goes upstairs.
I'm kind of,
Leo's just on the floor.
Yeah.
kind of can't sleep after that. It's a bit hectic, all of that. So I'm just gonna kind of go around and touch everything.
Do exactly what she said.
That is your character, to be fair.
You can go, you can go look at everything, yeah.
I'm just gonna look.
Just roll me investigation.
Poke around. Yeah. Ugh.
Just like quizzically.
Yeah, more quizzically. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's an 8 anyway.
An 8.
Yeah. Rummaging, or not rummaging, poking around.
You don't find anything that you can identify other than like just heavy smelling herbs and potions and oils, greases, powders. It's like none of it means anything to you.
Is there like some sort of balcony or awning or something I can go sit outside and kind of walk
Not
outside?
upstairs, but you can go outside and there was like a fenced area outside.
I might just go up there and just kind of take a good look around and
Yeah.
just I'm kind of like going a little wander. I can't sleep.
The moonlight illuminates the cairns on top of the hill further up from
Right.
where you are.
Cool. And I might just do one perception check and then kind of just have an eyes wide shut kind of resting after that. Yeah, that was 19.
A 19. The only thing anywhere around that you can it really seems to be of interest within this vicinity is the cairns up on the hill. Old funeral piles. But other than that, it seems pretty safe and quiet. Like, God, strange things just keep happening around
Yeah,
here.
I know.
It has been a couple days of just non-stop since you've hit Vandalin.
It's high octane stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna rest while the others sleep and just kind of keep watch.
Sit out the front, keep light watch. Okay, anyone else want to do anything?
I imagine we wouldn't be sleeping or meditating after that.
You've probably had your 4 hours at
Yeah.
this point anyway.
So we'd be awake.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just vibing out.
I'll go back to sleep and think about my dad.
Aww. Wow. Okay.
Give him a call.
When you wake up, it's early morning. Sun's up. You sort of just wake up with the sun because of how early you went to sleep. Also, there's a bit of creaking of floorboards above you as Adabra seems to be just doing her thing upstairs, and she comes down. Oh, good morning to you all. Just anyone for a spot of breakfast?
I'll get this.
You've got this one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, portion ingredients that side, cooking ingredients that side. On that side in the middle, it's a bit of both, but it's up to you to use your nose. I'm not responsible for anything that goes on there. Sir Leo, they call you. Are you awake, sir?
Leo!
Who are you?
Hello.
Wait, how did you...
How did I get here?
You came crashing in on some crazy gnomish device and caused all sorts of mess up on me whitewash.
You made a big mess.
Should I roll a wisdom if I want to try and remember everything that happened?
Yeah, roll me a
I was
wisdom.
supposed to make that side.
17.
But, they've had some
You remember leaving Nomagard, you remember flying through the night sky, you remember landing. You remember feeling really hungry and a strange, like, climbing through a window,
Like a
You
dream.
were gonna grab something, but the more you think about it, the more it starts to
Yeah.
go. And I was just sitting there just thinking, as she sort of walks past you, she sort of says quietly just to you, it's probably not worth thinking about, but maybe mind your P's and Q's around your friends there, fella.
God. I had the strangest. What a strange night.
It was a bit peculiar. But nothing a good bit of breakfast won't fix. Anyone else for some breakfast? I have a hearty porridge.
That's cooking.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I'm just so used to cooking for myself.
I guess we take this opportunity to just catch each other up.
Yeah, what was that thing outside?
A manticore.
Why is it
A
there?
manticore.
Is that a, did I,
Yeah.
sorry.
Do you
did
know
I,
what
did I
happened?
kill that lady's pet?
No, it's not a pet.
No,
They
no,
were
no.
trying
It
to
was.
kill her.
Yeah.
And Dunhill over there stabbed it with Varys's arrow.
It was
With a
dope.
friggin'
It's
knife.
probably the coolest thing I've ever done.
Okay there.
Just saying.
Okay, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, how is all the milk thing?
Oh,
It was a
That
learning
we can take on
experience.
our way from.
go.
I just asked him how no one guarded was.
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought I'd learn a lot more than I did, but they sort of just chat and not yell at each other, but they just always bickering and talking about and testing the craziest thing. I did not feel safe. It was hectic.
Yeah, you
Glad you're
still
back.
got into
I
that
kind
crazy
of got out of that.
contraption.
You should have seen the thing I was flying. They'd never used it before.
Jeez, and they
And I
tested
flew
on
it
you.
just because I missed you guys.
Did you steal
Aw.
it?
I wonder if it still works.
Oh, it is in pieces.
I like look at them. And then I also see the mess and I'm like,
A miracle you survived. There's just confetti blowing gently in the wind. Still that banner. So.
Evacuate.
what's the lady's name?
Adabra.
Adabra.
Dabra, I'm
like
so
Deborah.
sorry.
Deborah. Don't worry about it, darling. But to answer you, Yari, dear. No, I'll send you off with some potions to give to Sister Grail to distribute. But also I'll give you, for protecting and helping me, 2 potions to share amongst you for in your troubles to come. I notice you don't have a cleric with you. You are great adventurers indeed. Keep your mind, your P's and Q's, rest up good and strong, and watch out for how much health you have, how close you've come to the grave. All right, now, enough of that trouble.
Can we take a long rest?
We did
I did not hit the
Should
button.
register it.
I am hitting.
Yeah, hit that long rest button. Rest. Is that how it's said? Is that how you pronounce it? Long rest.
If I cast a spell now, it'll still use my slots even though.
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Oh,
What spell do you
right.
cast?
Oh, I have like Unseen Servant. I was gonna use the servant to clean the place.
You can if you want.
I think it takes up 3 slots.
It doesn't take up 3
3
slots.
slots?
No,
Oh, it's just one.
it's just one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I've got like this little like.
I'm not cleaning
It's
it.
an invisible, mindless, shapeless medium force that performs simple tasks at your command. So I'm gonna get him to like
I
clean,
think it's quite meaningful.
wash down the walls and like clean
Yeah.
up
She
the mess
fed
that I
us.
made.
Leave the place better than it was when we found it.
Yeah, the whole place. Like,
So, no, it doesn't like it touching anything
oh,
inside.
okay, well, it's just the
But
mess.
the
I made.
outside is great. You know, piles up all the refuse of the crash device, cleans the outside of the windmill. And they're probably,
Does some
while you guys eat breakfast, instead of being able to leave straight away at morning, you're probably leaving. It still would take about 2 hours to clean up outside. This thing's tireless. How long does the spell last, actually? An hour at most, I'm thinking.
1 hour.
Yeah, so it takes about an hour for it to clean up outside. So you just leave it an hour later than you thought. But that's probably the time it would have taken you guys to ready yourselves, get these potions. So amongst you, you can add 2 healing potions. So either one person can take both, or someone can take...
Who is the most... I think you, because you're kind of like the guy who runs in and heals people.
But I can heal without a potion.
Yeah,
though,
true.
so maybe-
Whoever-
You should split them up in case people are stuck in different
And I'm
areas.
slow. I'm slow as well. I can't.
Usually give one to
dash
someone who front lines, and usually give one to someone who back. So then there's
I can
always...
die and
Alright, I'll
spin.
take one of those,
Yeah,
please.
you can.
Oh, my.
Oh.
You
You can do
I'll
that
take
dash
one.
thing as well, so you could
So I
dash and
can-
heal people then.
Oh yeah, I'll
Use
take
it.
one. That's
I've got
fair.
a
Okay.
healing spell as well.
You've been...
That's
They've
spell slot.
spruiked you.
Wait.
Dunhill's taking one, you's taking one.
fine.
Anarisi
You can do
gets
the little
none. She also gives you guys a package, which when you sort of move, it's like seems to have a bunch of potions in it by the sound of it, clanking vials. Tells you to be careful with them and deliver them and a letter to Sister Grail.
Where do I add potions?
In your inventory,
Yeah.
and then you go add equipment, and then you type in potion. Type in healing actually, and it'll be not a greater,
Read
just
the
a
letter.
standard healing potion.
Nah, maybe not. When I was Abra. When I was
Adabra.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, darling.
When I was flying my little machine, I saw these little piles of stones on the hill adjacent to your windmill.
Yes.
What are those?
They're stone cairns. This hill got its name, Umbridge Hill, for, well, an umbrage that happened here once upon a time. An umbrage being a deep disagreement between two parties. Two groups of dwarves. A lot of this area used to be, I guess, colonized, settled by dwarves many hundreds of years ago. And a great feud of two feuding dwarven clans fought a pitched battle atop it. No one really knows the names of them anymore. All the markings on the cairns are lost to time. But only the cairns of the dead remain now, and I look over them and make sure no one fiddles with them. Make sure they're remembered even past memory. Yes. This windmill though also was here when I moved. I don't know who made it, but I did it up and I've made it my home ever since.
It is very homely. Very
Why,
nice.
thank you. Well, if that'll be all, I wish you safest travels to
Thank you so
Fandolin.
much.
And now please get out of me house. It's like she just goes on that, like, yep, I like my own
Yes,
space.
stays
She's
over.
lovely, but it's like, so I didn't have a name, like surrogate names, I guess, like older family friends, and like, it's all lovely and it's great, and then it's like, okay, well, goodbye, and they're just like, well, there's the door, and you're like, oh, okay, bye.
Courtesy periods over.
Yeah, and you've got a bunch of food. Well, I wanted you there, and it was lovely, but then they're like, you know what, I want a nap, or I've got shit to do, and yeah, see ya. Like, old people just like, go hard on it. They're
Oh, my
like,
This is
grandpa.
quite a film.
yeah, does he do it?
Oh, so much so.
Well, like, they will want to talk and talk. Do you want a tea, coffee, biscuits? And it hits this ticker and they're like, out the door.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. I have minutes left to live.
It was nice seeing you. It was really nice seeing you.
Yeah. Would you look at the time? And you, oh,
Beer
Same on the phone.
yeah. Oh, they talk
Yes,
and
please,
and hang
Janelle.
up. My mum does that. Oh my god, Mum, are you old? Anyway, so...
when I put on potion, it just gave me the greater.
No!
No.
Get out of the grater!
I know.
Get out! Get out!
There was like Supreme, Greater, or Superior, and Superior was the
Yeah.
normal one.
What is wrong?
Oh, really?
with you?
Yeah.
Superior.
The Supreme and Greater were like crazy good, whereas the Superior was
It's
just...
just called a potion of healing, by the way. Is what you want. It's just called a potion of healing.
There's 3 ones that are in there, they're all called
It's-
Potion of Healing, but one's Potion of Healing brackets.
There's a
the other
common.
one's-
There's just potion of healing. Common.
Yeah,
common
there's
item.
a greater, a superior, and a supreme here.
Just telling you what we're seeing, bro.
That's the sound it makes. That's the sound of a
I
potion.
found it.
You found it? You found the item that's there that I'm looking at? Wow,
found
that's
it.
crazy.
Yeah, the potion of healing.
Yeah, that's what I said! Potion of healing!
It's called the potion of healing.
The potion of healing. So I said type in healing, look for the potion of healing.
I was looking at potion of healing.
The potion.
Oh,
The potion of healing. I don't know, it's just called potion of healing.
Guys, what are we doing now? Where are we gonna go? What's next?
So 2 quests you've low-key sort of failed. You haven't brought her back. You didn't get anything from the gnomes.
We're going back empty-handed. Oh, we have a potion.
Yeah, we have,
We have a
we have
package.
twice as many potions as I normally get.
You know there was one more thing to ask,
yeah.
which was to fetch the dwarves back. But you don't know where they are. You didn't ask anyone in town. You're like, well, let's go to the gnomes. The gnomes didn't know what you're talking about. They only knew certain main features. So you think you might have to head back to town to find out where exactly these dwarves are. Let's hope that you're not in the direction that the dwarves are already. Because wouldn't that be hilarious?
Well, there used to be dwarves here.
We should have asked that.
Hey, we'll ask one of these people.
We are bad at this.
We are really,
Forgot about the quest.
really beginners in this, man.
I love starting
wow.
adventures that do this shit. It's like clearly of course new players don't know how to do it, and it's just like they dick with you, and it's beautiful. It's a good way to learn. Barris, did you roll -4 on all your rolls?
Oh.
Have you? You didn't. All your perceptions are
Up
not.
to you.
No, it is not up to me to remember everything. -4 on your rolls. Do you? Yeah, but it's up to you. It's up to you as a player. It's -8 on your next 2 rolls. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad we agree.
No combat, no combat, no combat.
Alright, cool.
To be fair,
Maybe
just as
we
an
go back to
adjudication,
town
it is up to you to look after your own characters. I have to
Now-
run
now I know
literally
that.
everything else. Everything else you encounter, I am but one magnificent man. I need help. Yay! Alright, so you're heading back to town.
What's
Yeah,
that?
this
It
is-
should be now should be -3, right?
It is now -3.
Still
Except for the next
-2.
2 are -8.
Can I have that red strawberry on that?
I'm
corner?
They're all red. They're all red.
They're not that sweet. Sorry.
-3.
-3! You fall and break your neck and die!
Again?
-3, just remember, please.
Oh.
So,
It was all the same.
That's why I went for the red. It's fine.
you came back to
Oh,
life.
pretty red.
It's like Happy Tree Friends, but just Ferris dying different ways.
You killed! Oh my god, you killed Barris!
Can I yell out to Adabra?
Yeah.
Hey Adabra, sorry to bother you.
Yo,
We're
what up? A dab on it.
sorry, we're just leaving, but we've just realised we're looking our next part of the quest that we're on, and as you can tell, we're not very good at this, as you've probably picked up.
Oh,
But if you have any idea where the dwarves are, that would help us a lot.
The dwarves?
Yes, not the dead ones.
We
Which dwarves?
Let me play you a song.
The dwarves of Mithril Hall or Thousand
do
Leagues
you know
North of
anything
here?
about some dwarven excavators? You heard about any dwarven excavators around town?
I'm not in the town.
Around
like-
this area.
I know that there were some dwarven lads about a week ago came past me, asked for some potions. I gave them some things.
Do you
But
know
I don't know where they're headed. They set off to some...
Robin Wister?
Do you know
That's the mayor.
any excavation sites around here?
Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
No.
They
How long
didn't
have you
really tell me where they were heading out.
No. Do you know of any excavation sites nearby?
Immediately around here?
Yes.
I mean, there's ruins all about.
Any active
I mean,
ones?
there's an old cabin, a little halfways back towards the gnomes.
Do you know if there are any
Can we-
active sites?
can
Like,
we go there?
Anything?
There's ruins all about these places.
Ruins all about.
I honestly don't pry into other people's business. I didn't know where they were going.
That's okay. Sorry.
I apologize that I can't help you with this.
No, it's fine.
A ruin. Okay. No, thank you. Thank you for your time.
I'm sorry for not having all
Sorry.
the answers for you and just giving you healing potions and a place to stay for the night.
You did.
We appreciate your help.
You did.
and-
No, and I appreciate you coming by. Anytime you want, come by. Just a little
Okay.
busy today.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful time.
I have my little.
And will you watch that hunger there, dear?
Yes.
May Shanto protect you.
Just going back through my notes, there was a ruined temple nearby town, an excavation site, and there was some dwarven excavators there, and I'm trying to
What's the ruined temple that you know?
hidden gold, possible ghosts, cultists.
Was that the old?
Different place
Was
to
that
where the
the,
dwarves would be.
Oh,
Cultists do sound cool though.
You did hear about the town north
That was like the
northeast, I believe. Get your map out. Is it on your map?
but then I have dwarves excavation, gnome quest, Umbrage Hill.
Non-quest. Now on there, is there a place called
No. There's a circle and an X.
Sure.
Wow.
Pachang! You know, further up the Tribal Trail from Fandolin, somewhere up along the Neverwinter Wood where all the music was coming from and haunting sounds, was a place called Connemary. A long ago abandoned town where there is a temple that is said to hold the fortunes left behind by the town many, many years ago.
We're up in here.
Said to be occupied. No, you're down around the side of those hills. You're a man. Where that black dot is.
Oh.
Did I bump my camera? I did, but I don't know if I moved it.
We're right by town.
Yeah, you're pretty close to town. You're like another,
if there's something else.
like, couple hours travel from town. 2 hours or so.
Well, I think we should just,
Just head back to town.
My notes are useless.
No.
They weren't useless. You remembered that there's Conberry and a Dwarven excavation site.
Well, let's go back to town and see if we can find out what this excavation site is. And yeah, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
I've got no idea what the options are really, unless we want to pick a direction and go that way. But
it'd be great if we could do good at something.
Game.
Just pick a direction and go. Good thing it's a small map.
yeah.
Alright, so you head back to town?
Yep.
Cool. I'll get someone to roll a d20 for me, please.
Which one do you want?
The roll's better.
Me.
What were they?
12.
Janella went for it first.
I went
What
first.
were the two rolls?
11 and 12.
12.
11
And Arisius.
and 12. 11.
11 and 12.
11. I'm stolen my searching. 11. What do you think an 11 and a 12 would do? I want to hear what your opinions are.
Sorry, what?
What do you think an 11 and a 12 would do?
They
We
would.
stumbled.
I don't care, I found the thing, I don't need to know what you want to say.
We saw the dragon.
That was really bad timing. I was just like, what do you think? What do you think would happen?
Oh, we just stumble upon the path.
Is it like the...
Oh no, this isn't for the path. Don't worry about that. You're on the road. You're on the road. You've got a map. You're on the road.
Encounter.
An adventure.
We hit something with things.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens
Yay.
within your immediate vicinity.
Oh,
Fandolin is now on fire.
As you continue to Fandolin, though, does anyone roll perception? You know, your usual things. Map, searching, perceptiones,
Sussing out the
foraging for foods.
I have like
Minus 2.
Good
You're
place to
minus
use it.
8.
Oh, hey!
You're minus 8.
Oh god, you thought us blue. Oh dear God.
It's now canon that that's how well Leo plays. And you guys think it's amazing.
You seen a guy plays those really
That
great
was a song by
videos
Fields
of
Club.
Am I rolling minus 8 actually? Or minus 4? Well, it's on minus 3 now.
This one's a minus 8.
He does like Celine Dion,
I
and,
got,
like, Jurassic Park and stuff.
Is that 5?
For your perceptione. Did anyone else help him with perception? They just left him to it and he was like, oh, my eyes hurt so much. I wish I'd just been honest with my rolls earlier. And you don't see anything, unfortunately. The sun hurts your eyes. Maybe the true sight, which has affected your eyes, it's changed your anatomy in some sort of way. And now, as you're traveling, a side effect has kicked in and you're just like, oh god, I'm so dry, why? Oh, that's right, I came back from the dead. I was dead for like half a day. My god, I feel like your body aches, man. Like, you know when you've been really working out and you take a nap and then you wake up and it sucks. That, but you were dead. And your elf keeping watch sees nothing. So it's peculiar to you guys when you get closer within sight, maybe a couple 100 feet away, that you notice in the middle of the road that he didn't spot earlier, a strange, probably 2 foot tall figure, just sitting there.
2 foot.
Just sitting there.
Looks maybe like a small creature
Yeah.
or a log.
What
How
is it
tall are
doing?
you? 3 foot?
About 2
foot.
foot.
Yeah.
Is it just sitting there?
He's very tall for a gnome.
What's up, short stuff?
Yeah, it's just sitting there. Middle of the road. You can head closer and you get a better look, or roll perception from here if you want. This one's only going to be a -3 though if you want to roll it.
Perception rolling.
Ah! 3 of you rolled! So
Sorry,
if
what?
you beat 15, then you get to add 2.
20.
Go.
And she rolled
11.
first. So did you beat 15 adjusted?
Sorry, it was 11. 12.
No. I rolled a 6.
So not adjusted? Okay, so you get to add 2 to her roll, the total. So you guys have to
13.
clarify before we start rolling them dice!
So you can only roll 2, okay.
Either roll 2, there's advantage. Or if you want to roll,
I don't know.
it's the main roller, and then everyone adds to that.
It's a negative thing. Do we?
So you guys blew a good natural 20
Oh.
by not fucking communicating.
Yeah.
I love yous, I do.
That's okay.
So that's a good roll. But, Junkst, bloody toofed. It looks like some strange wooden carving from the distance. It's clearly not a creature. Some pole? I don't know, it's weird. It's very still. But I mean, a wine barrel killed one of you, so.
I pick up a stone and I hoof it at it.
Roll a hit, please.
Classic downhill move, that one.
Yeah, just
Oh, that was what, like just dex?
Yeah, dex or strength.
Just 16.
Yeah, that hits. Just
I'm gonna roll a history.
roll
Doesn't seem to do
a
anything.
rocket like a log.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll a history check. See if
We can go
Can't
closer
make it out
to
for me,
it.
you'd have to get closer.
I'm gonna go closer. Let's check it out. I threw a rock at it, didn't do anything.
As you move closer to the middle of the road, I say road, it's like path. You like goat trail style path. Like this isn't like a commonly used. You see, there's no road on there. It's like a trail at best.
Can I check the tree line? Are we? Whoa,
Oh yeah,
what-
you roll
what-
perception. Yeah, it's mostly just like rolling hills and things around here.
So I hope
There's
this
copses
isn't
of trees every now and again.
Yeah.
Tall grass, most.
17.
Groups?
Yeah, so unless I'm using it wrong.
But there's no canopy for anything to like ambushes.
Yeah, I'm worried that it's like a. It's like,
No, tall grass most of the
Yeah.
way. Like, I would say
Oh.
hip to shoulder height for
Yeah.
most people. So I mean, people could jump on that. Yeah, copse of trees. COPSE. A thicket of bushes or a small stand of trees. It can provide a good hiding place during a game of hide and seek.
I like that. That's a good. I've never used that word. I'm gonna use it now.
And for murder.
Trees. For murder.
Is
Ooh.
it really quiet? Like right now, oddly quiet or anything? Like, can I what? Like, how is it just normal?
It just seems like a normal day.
17 for the perception of the grass around the area.
The grass around the area. You look
Or,
around.
like, in front of us, sort of like to see if there's. Yeah.
Nothing seems to be about. Just something's just been left in the middle of the road.
What's that?
As you get closer, you can see that it's some sort of totem. How far away do you think you are about right now?
How far were we going?
How far do you want to stop before it?
10 feet.
10 feet.
Oh, I am.
You're 10 feet from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Me.
Okay, as you're getting closer, is anyone with Dunhill?
Very curious.
I'm back. I'm way back.
It's just like I threw a rock at it. It's just a wooden thing. Like I just like.
I'm
It's another mimic.
I'm following at my own speed. I'm not next to you, but I'm hobbling up. I'm not in your backpack
I'm
actually.
behind that now.
Yeah. Say his most.
What's this?
So who's with him? Hands up.
It just died.
You approach, you get maybe within 20 feet, you realize it's like a wooden tribal totem. It seems to be that of a boar with thunderbolts for tusks sort of sitting up like this. A snarled face, thunderbolts for tusks, very rigid design to it, very electric, very intense. As you get about 10 feet from it, I'll get 3-year-old dexterity saving throws, please.
Yay!
As the ground just gives out beneath you.
12.
You fall down into a pitfall trap. 12.
22.
22.
16.
16. You grab the edge and stop yourself from falling down. You just scurry up her like, oh, no. And you, bang, fall down in.
Fuck.
Narrowly missing
spikes.
Some sharp spikes. Like, oh my god.
Rookie mistake.
Oh my god. And you're looking up, and you're looking down the pit and sort of like look up towards this thing. You're there hanging to the side. And it just draws your attention that there's this pig statue, the lightning bolt tusks, just leering down at you, like challenging you. You take though. Mother effer. You take a hot bit of damage.
Oh shit.
Hot! It's real hot! 7 points
Jeez.
of damage.
What's your
piercing damage
17,
makes
is
a
it?
difference.
So I don't know.
You get scraped.
Yeah, I got scraped bad. It hurts.
Not 13.
And dumped on the ground.
That's how much health I
Is
got.
my tail long enough to like give him
Same
a
arm.
hand?
His arms get copping and beaten.
You okay?
Ah!
You, to this point as well, you do notice that scratch you had from the other day. Must have been something in her cooking, because it was pretty well healed, but you've done it again. So it's not so much a double fresh scratch,
So
but it's not good.
under my
It 100% now, when you move to use your sword, it's going to rub on that armor. It's just going to be uncomfortable.
whoa.
And you're sore from being dumped on the ground.
Oh! Help! Oh!
Wait.
Ow! Guys, help!
Can I like fling my tail to him?
Your
How
tail's
deep-
pretty thin. It's not like
How
a...
deep
At
stuff
least,
is the
like-
pit?
But
Can
yeah,
I use
you
a
could use
rope?
your arm or your foot too. It's not that deep. Yeah, it's
Can I
probably
grab
only...
like
I made a
a
mistake.
Yeah.
Ow!
Help! So I was just
Yeah.
behind these guys, and I've seen it. happen.
Yeah, you
I
saw them
quickly
just go...
grabbed
And the,
Can I try
Of
to
dust.
push
the
get
rope
out?
out of my backpack.
by the time you get there, she would have been able to help him out. It's
Right.
just like reach in,
Shove her.
pull out. Yeah, it's
I
not that
kinda help,
difficult.
but I'm
Yeah,
useless.
you're just there like, yeah, get him out!
I climb out and then I pull him up.
Yeah, so you sort of just like roll out because you grabbed onto the side and then fall down.
It appears to be some sort of trap.
No shit.
Who have dumped it?
Guys, what happened?
Wow, guys, what happened there?
It's a trap.
I thought you were
What did you
smart.
see?
I'm 100% sure, but is it?
This is
No,
dark
it's just
looking
this-
wooden ball, lightning bolt tusks, and I wanted to see it. I got too close. I got done.
Yeah.
What is dope?
Dope. Oh. It means very cool.
What does cool mean?
It means very good, but cool.
You
like,
know what cool means. She's bitten ya.
it's street slang for good.
Good. What is good mean?
So at this point, you guys all woke up, if you choose to, and you see this totem, reasonably well carved, like a boar, sitting there like this, just leering, snarling, tusks of lightning bolts.
This look
Other
familiar?
lightning bolt design
Yeah, can I
sort
roll
of
Can I
in
check
its...
history
if,
check?
yeah.
You seen anything like this
I'm gonna roll
before?
a history check
help
on
me?
this as
Yeah, roll a history check!
Jesus.
well.
Oh my god! It explodes and kills you all! Give me your die, give me your characters. They're dead. I'm gonna
Yep.
crush them with a hammer.
What's your history? +5.
No, my history is +3.
Oh, mine's +4.
Add the highest modifier, highest roll.
So...
You guys could have
14?
gimmied this as well. This is a gimme circumstance if you're good at it. 14, which is probably close to your gimme anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, boar, lightning, storms, totem. Seems like something associated to Talos? Talos, the evil god of storms.
THALLS.
T-A-L-O-S. Talos. And your memory is drawn back to that bowl-shaped cave that you spent the night in the hills.
I was just thinking that. I was like,
Yeah.
how does this relate to the cave?
Yeah, where there was that design of that red eye, and then the thunder, and the red eye,
Is that
and the
orcish?
cleansing, renewing, and burning.
I think so.
You know Talos not to be purely orcish, but I mean it's like the standard god. You did recall this the other time. The standard god for the orcs is Grummish, One Eye. but they have been known to be drawn to the cleansing, renewing, destructive powers of Talos. It seems to be a cycle they seem to go through over the ages, the generations. In this area, perhaps. But this is a totem to Talos, and... No, it's only a 14, hey. Yeah, just one away from really hitting that next tick over to a bit more info.
The board's facing, like, towards us.
Yeah, it was like looking...
Away from Vandal.
As you turn around the other way as well and sort of eagerly look out around, the pit has fallen all around it and it's sort of just in the middle. It goes all the way down into the ground, like one of the, like all the way down. And it seems to be for both sides. Right. There's boar on either side, so it's just enticing people to have a look. And then, go fuck yourself, I'm Talos, what's up? God of destruction.
I'm gonna... Oh, don't worry. I was gonna deface the totem, but it's in the middle of the
You
pit.
can if you want.
It's in the middle of the pit.
You can climb over to it, someone can help you.
Nah,
I can.
it's not worth
Yeet him over. She just yeets you over. You're in the middle now. Ah! Is that all you want from this?
it. Yeah.
Can we take it with us?
It's a pole
goes
all the way
down
10 feet
to
down into the ground.
10-foot pole.
It's like a...
Surely, this is a pretty elaborate place for a trap to be, is there?
It's like the main path.
The main path to town.
From like, yeah.
How far are we from town?
Could argue to say maybe you're probably only about 3 hours casual pace. You're probably more than halfway.
Oh, so we're quite away.
It's reasonably close to town.
And what time of day is it?
Late morning.
Yeah, it's like 11.
Can I find like
10ish,
sticks?
10. You guys got up cracker.
Yeah.
Can I find like poles and sticks and stick it to the ground to warn people if they
Well,
come?
there's a
You can
pit
take
now.
50 minutes to around the outside.
Yeah,
You're
don't need
just
to roll
like,
anything.
there's also a giant hole there now. But
Yeah, but just in case people are dumb.
Yeah.
There's like a blind.
And if people
beggar
that are
coming
like
to
you
visit his
guys and you just
children.
want to walk straight up to things, no, yeah.
I'm a bit peeved at the situation. I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I hurt, and it's gonna go for a bit. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a pace around, just a bit of investigation check, and see. Yes, 16.
Investigation.
Yes.
Looking for tracks?
Same.
That'll be survival.
On investigation, I'm less, but on investigation, I'm 17.
Investigation in this case would be looking at the construction type of the
But
trap.
That's not what I want.
I'm looking
You
for like.
want survival, dude, for tracks.
Oh, okay.
No, what are you
Yeah, I was pretty much that. Yeah, but I'm looking at like
Well, you
if
can
you're anything.
might be able to glean some information on who made the trap by the construction of it, which is
Okay.
investigation. It's crudely made to your standards. I mean, it's very.
It's not a mobile phone.
It's not a mobile phone. It's very. I mean, it's sophisticated in its design. I mean, it was very well hidden, but it was very rudimentary. Someone of lesser vocabulary like myself might use a more offensive term like savage. But, you know what I mean? It's very... I'm trying to find the right word because I don't like the word tribalistic. And it's very...
It's not like cogs turning and...
Yeah, it's
complicated.
because it's an elegant design. It's finely weaved. It has to be perfectly hidden and the right weight
Did
to
its
crush
job.
it. Yeah, so it's fecal matter smeared on the spears.
It smells like poo.
So
Maybe you
very
should
well
taste
made,
it
but
to
like
find out.
I guess I just lack the right word for this context. I'm sorry, that's on me for having a shitty vocabulary.
Rudimentary is good.
Yeah, rudimentary, very rudimentary, very
But I now know copse of trees. Is it?
cops. Yeah. Yeah, I just have a very classic white person vocabulary, you know? Like, everything's savage if it's not from the city, and that's not true. Because I can't go out and start a fire with my hands, and that's pretty fucking dumb. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm gonna roll for medicine and try and
Really?
help your arm.
Thanks, man.
That's nice.
you wouldn't be able to heal him, but you
I'm
can
just
see that
see if I can like
it's not
clean
effective.
it out, get the poo out
Rub
of it.
some
What are you
leaves on it.
shaking for? Bacon?
Oh, did I get poop on my wound?
Well, I don't
What
know,
did you
there's no
roll?
poop
What were you chasing?
Gross.
I just wanted to roll a perception on.
What was the
why
roll you rolled before that you just sneakily took back?
No, that was what is
Ah, okay, right.
roll perception as to why it's even there. Like why is it in this row? Like, what's the purpose of this?
You could just roll straight intelligence. That's rack your brain.
I roll better on
Perception, yeah, but it's you're not seeing. You can see it. You're not perceiving it. You're you're attempting to understand.
it is much as like if I could spot anything that's been missed in the area, kind of like.
All right, roll a perception. Look around. Your friend did get a 17 earlier. You did cover the ground.
It's a 7.
It's nothing extra that Leo hasn't pointed out. Aaron hasn't pointed out. It's just it's probably been here a couple days. Not many people go through here, but once someone goes through here. Yeah. So like intelligence checks are cool because though you might not be great at it, and like it's a lot of people use intelligence as a dump stack. It's not a standard like a lot of the skills don't go by it. But like you can use intelligence checks where as you as a player might not be able to figure something out, your character might have a really high intelligence, so you roll that intelligence and I'll give you extra information like hints and bits and tidbits. Which is
so in that circumstance, an intelligence would be better than a perception.
Yeah, because if there was something you could find, but you already had someone really look around there. But intelligence would be, me as a player, I don't know a lot about traps, but my bounty hunting ranger knows a lot about traps, so I'll roll that intelligence to see if I can get a hint, because like it's like remembering and stuff. Yeah, and you're just a lot more of an intuitive hunter than a remembering classical hunter. You know, like I must formulate this plan. Your character's built very reactionary. I'm gonna find that I can follow those tracks. I'm gonna stealth up and you're the predator. You know, yeah.
I rolled a 14 on that.
Whoa! For what?
Medicine.
Medicine?
Trying to help guys out.
Grazed. It's probably not going to get infected. A bit of rest and some treatment would be fine.
Put some sun on it.
As you continue...
Yeah.
Cauterize it.
Oh.
Just make it worse than the graze.
Yeah.
Cut iron it.
No, I mean because he's so pale.
Oh, right.
We'll clean it with some no mushroom wine.
Oh my god.
I'm still liking that.
You guys are your own worst enemy!
I actually have like my whole water sack's just filled with wine still from before you
Been
got
sipping
killed.
away.
Yeah.
Fueling with you.
Yeah.
You're lucky you stayed there the night. You don't have to cost off another food ration. You must have been getting good hospitality. You're good at that.
Someone else want to take point?
I'm gonna go to bed soon because it's 9 p.m.
AM.
AM. What? We just woke
It's like
up, man.
10.
Fucking in real life, you got
They're all 2
But before I go, I've got a bomb to drop. I hate you all. And also, I got this cool orb. You guys can have a quick look, but no one else gets to touch it, except maybe you, Dunhill, and that's just because you're my bro. But no one else. But yeah, you know about it now.
Wow.
Where'd
you get this from?
What can I just look
From
at?
your fam who like me more than they like you. Just saying. Did
Alright.
they give you anything other than a death trap? No?
Sassy old man.
Can I look at that?
Yeah, okay. Don't drop
This
it.
is pretty technical looking.
It's pretty big. It's like the size of a volleyball-ish. It looks like a...
What is that? 404. I know that.
It's the only markings on it.
It's bizarre. I know 404. Very strange. Yeah.
Thank you.
404.
It must be huge for...
What's 404?
It's about this big. It's strangely light.
It means era.
For norms.
Yeah, it's huge.
Where I come from.
Era.
What language is that?
Like, era of kings?
No, as in like mistake. Era. Or something not going right. Or...
Like,
Oh.
cool.
This is why... Like poo?
Cool before.
Like cool?
No. This is not... I mean, it's hard to explain.
Is it giving us bad luck, man?
Something...
So it's not working.
It's... I don't know how to explain this.
It's good luck to me. I love balls in the face.
Anyway.
I didn't get a laugh from Mace. He wasn't even looking.
No,
at
keep going.
Trouble. That means bedtime.
But anyway, yeah, 404 is like, we have these things back home called computers. Like this thing that I have in my pocket, which is a little computer. You try to do something on this and it doesn't work. The 404 comes up sometimes, which means It does not work right now.
So it's like me hitting on that old lady.
Right, it doesn't
And not working?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
guess you
when
had a
I'm trying to cast a
404.
spell and it
Yeah.
doesn't work.
In a
Okay, I
way.
get it.
That makes sense, yeah. You tried to hit on the lady, it didn't work. Kind of like a 404.
Do
You mean
you
when
want
I
to
try
try
to-
and see if you can make the device work?
Can I, I'll roll on it?
Yeah, you can
Just,
roll,
I got a Tinkerer's set, tools.
roll intelligence, add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. So that's a 16, and the it's plus
What
2,
the hell
so
is that?
18.
On an 18, you're sort of looking at it, you're turning it a bit, and you're turning it a bit this way. It's sort of like almost round Rubik's Cube. You're turning and it's locking and clicking. And then the 404 lights up slightly. And 2 buttons here as you push in, and it sort of starts to take shape. It sort of turns into a shape of like a head, and it looks like this. What, robot's heads click, click, and it's growing, and you drop it.
What
And forming up beside, in front of you, is this strange robot creature. It's tall and shit. It's like 7 feet tall, and
Whoa.
as its head is spinning, it seems to have a face on either side, like, turning up and over and up and over. And it's going to introduce itself to you as, "Hi, I'm 404."
Yeah, I'm 404. Hello.
Never mind him. He's a bit of a prick.
Tell me about it.
Oh, they look like the pricks, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I'll try and keep him down as much as I can, but sometimes he just kind of...
I just pop up. Kind of useful, maybe.
Have you met these people before?
No,
What
but
is
it's
this 404?
it's like, I don't know, like some sort of robot? I don't know. You know what?
I'm
What are
gonna
you?
go over and kiss them on their little switching head.
Every
like
time
I've been
they
doing with
talk,
the
it's like there's these 2 heads, and they either turn this way or flip over, and it's almost like they're fighting and arguing, or they let each other talk. It's like, yeah, and there's 2 completely different personalities to them. One, their faces look identical. Aside from the gem, one's gem's color is
Cheeky little
red,
possession.
and the other gem's color is
Green.
red and green.
Or whatever.
And he sort of stops and turns and looks around and is like, "Ah, so this is where I am." And on the back is a piece of paper, and it says instructions.
I'm gonna take the instructions.
So you gotta give him a little kiss.
Yeah.
Like this
I'm gonna
old
whisper
crusty
in
man
the
kisses you.
green face's ears. I like you better. I hate these guys too.
I'm not here to make friends.
What did you just say?
I don't know. I'm just here to fuck spiders.
But I'm glad I have an ally.
This is wonderful.
Wait,
The gnomes made you? They didn't tell me?
I don't know about my own existence. Maybe. No one's told me yet.
Who am I?
Who am I? Where did I come from?
Hello, dog.
These are important questions.
Oh god, don't get him started on that shit again.
The existential dread, it fills me. I'm trying to get through it though.
The note, if you begin reading it downhill,
I have the note.
you have the
Snatched
note.
it.
It's my orb. Fuck
It
you
seems to be
guys.
written in 2 languages. One you can identify but can't read as seeming to be gnomish, the other to be common. It's sort of like, "Hello and welcome to the user's manual for healing robot and instructionary. What is
Instructionary?
the? No. What is the word I was looking for?
Manual.
No. It's like a policeman but not.
Cops.
Yeah, but like
Trees.
guide unit.
Authority.
Authority unit 404. Here to keep you safe.
Yay, Claire.
And then there's like footnotes where someone's written later, and it's like clearly an issue between dividing personalities, tried to make it both authoritative and helpful, can't divide correctly. Like as you're reading through, there's like how to look after it, how to clean it, what to do, what to not let it near. Strangely, it's like don't let it near dogs, gnomes and
God.
dogs. And it's just, it's a brief instructional manual, but there's all these notes written on the side. Temperamental, can't seem to keep it on task. But you now have this thing that looks at you, and then it sort of is like,
powering down and back into the ball.
Aw.
I'm gonna keep holding the ball like my little tiny ball child.
Big.
That was weird.
We have gifted our crew a character to save you because you had no clue.
Personalities trying to make it God.
So, do you want to wrap it there? Or I did have a little cliffhanger to leave it in Phandalin, but
I'm gonna go to bed. But you
the
guys.
cliffhanger is there's a cliffhanger in Phandalin. Ooh! A new ally? A cliffhanger in Phandalin? What'll be there when you get there next week? Tune in to find out. Thank you so much, guys.
Tune in to. Oh, I thought you said tune in and the show like to find out. Like.
Tune in next week.
Great.
For another episode,
Good job,
Super
boys.
Ordinary
Smashed it.
D&D Adventures Over Yonder. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
There's very little notice for them for that.
I didn't know what the hell was happening. I'm like, oh, do you want to have a look at the ball? And then all of a sudden you guys are whispering and I'm like, what?
Yeah, you guys. So I was like, okay, we're on track. We'll finish it up. We'll drop it in Phandalin, yada yada yada. And you're like, do you want to look at the ball?
Fight? Like,
And they're looking at me like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll go. And you guys are role playing that, and I was like, oh, okay.
I had a feeling that was going to happen, so I tried to drag it out.
I'll see. And we ran a little chat. We'll see this is how we make it happen. So what will happen is when one of you guys aren't here, because there are two crew helming it, depending who's available, who's keen, either Robot Grumpy Dave or Robot Happy Blake will come fill in. Yeah, so you're going to be stuck with one personality, either not helpful or maybe too helpful. Hey.
We are prone to
Stop helping.
Yeah.
personality bleeds, though.
Yeah.
You know.
And so they may swap at any given time.
I think we're still streaming.
Yeah, we are still streaming. Yeah, so thanks for coming. No, I like the little debrief at the end of the stream too. That actually, there really was no combat involved in that episode at all. But I was really happy. You guys are role playing more and more and more, and that's why I thought you might get a little further than what we did, but as you guys were really wanting to role play and discuss with Adabra, I was happy to let that just go. That was like a whole session just hanging out in a windmill, and I think you guys did well. You rolled and you did stuff and you investigated and you found out a little bit more about what's going on with Talos.
It's easy to get caught up on small details. Sometimes I always do that.
But hey, you did learn some stuff. I mean, Harbin Wester, what's he doing? Why is this rather respected figure of the town not really into it?
Shady.
But other than that, and also you learn maybe get all the information for your quests before you leave town. You never go without learning, and that's beautiful. So thank you very much, and thank you everyone for tuning in. If you've missed it, check us up on YouTube. We put them up there. Like, subscribe, donate.
Check out the Instagram.
People have to go to bed for work. Check out the Instagram. Check us out on Reddit. Apparently Varys is doing a tell-all about seeing the other side of the void. Maybe. It might just be a bit. But if not, other than that, join us again here for Australian Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock till 9 to 9:30 every Thursday for a little bit of chaos. And thank you. Good night.